What's up, Buttercups? I know you guys like Transformers. There's a lot of love for them out there. So it's time for another episode of the Bionicle Inspiration series that's focusing on those robots in disguise. Today, we got a few different MOCs for you that are based off of Transformers, copying existing Transformer designs, and some that actually transform from robot into vehicle. And those ones are the best ones, stay tuned for them. Yeah, there's some mind-blowing stuff this episode, so strap yourselves in, buckle your pants, hold onto your butts, and get ready. Kolasawa is the first builder today, and I'm going to be spotlighting a MOC of theirs that's based off of Optimus Prime. Specifically, of course, it's inspired from the 2007 movie version of the character. And boy, did they nail this translation. So accurate, so beautiful. Yeah, it appears that they've got some custom stickers being used here to replicate some of the flame details that Optimus has on his body. And, fair call. Some people might be like, no, you have to use official LEGO stickers or official LEGO pieces. But, it's going to be almost impossible to replicate the look of that with existing LEGO pieces. So I feel like you kind of need to use custom stickers like that. And how good does it look? Now check out the insane detail on this MOC. All of these incredible greebles, the mechanical details. They look magnificent. I especially love the gold highlights every now and then that are just scattered across the body. They look pretty cool. Yeah, the look of a Michael Bay Transformer design, it translates quite well into LEGO, especially when you inject a lot of system pieces into the design. That's when you can get down to the nitty-gritty details and make it look super accurate. So if you like LEGO and you liked Michael Bay Transformers, thankfully the two marry together almost perfectly. Now we've got a photo here showcasing Prime's weapons. I especially love these swords. We got a photo of Prime holding them and he looks so frickin' cool. If you're curious, these orange sword pieces, they are these parts here on Bricklink. And actually they have this cool trans-orange and gold marbled effect to them. God, they're lovely looking pieces. And if you want to know, they come on a set much like this Ninjago set here. Everything about this MOC is so good, especially the face. The amount of detail that they managed to pack into this small surface space. Wow. I love too that you can swap out the faceplate and put in his actual little moving lips and mouth like it looks in the movie. It's a nice little detail. I adore this. So good. Keeping the Michael Bay Transformer movie vibes going, this one here is by Bionicle, and this is Bonecrusher. So here's a side-by-side comparison with the original and the LEGO version. Pretty rad, isn't it? They've captured the original design rather well, but they've also added their own unique twists. I always like seeing that, when a builder adds their own personality into their builds. In my opinion, it makes the creation just that little bit better. And I mean, really, all they're doing is adding 2 cranes up the top, adding in a little bit more black. It's very subtle stuff, but I like it. The shoulder and the upper legs are both using these tan Robo Rider headpieces. Of course, these appeared on the old Robo Rider sets, like the one you're seeing here. The tan one was called Dust. And hey, the torso design here is also using pieces from this same Robo Rider set. You can see that piece right here. Using those pieces to create this very uniquely shaped torso design, I think was very clever. The texture of these pieces, once again, it's a perfect match for the very detail-heavy design of your Michael Bay Transformers. And speaking of detail-heavy, look at this head design. The top part here, it's using a tan Krana piece. Every single Borok came with a different coloured Krana, and you could get a few other colours in some of the Mask Pack sets. Thankfully, there were heaps of colours and lots of different shapes and sizes that you could get these Krana in. But yeah, placing this piece on the head, that was smart because this piece is naturally very detailed. It would be almost impossible to cram that much detail into this small of a space with other pieces. So instead, why not pick out a piece that's just naturally got a very high level of detail already on it? Doing so makes the headpiece feel right at home with all of the other textures that are all over that torso design. Good thinking. And now for one of the coolest MOCs I've seen all year. This is by Paulville MOCs, and it's called Gravedigger. The robot mode here looks sick. Great to see that skull mask being used. I think it fits right at home on a Transformer. And I love this large scythe weapon too. But would you believe it if I said that this transforms into this? What? Who would have thought, right? I mean, this looks like an actual Technic set. But the fact that this then turns into a robot? Wild. This has to be one of the cleanest transformations I've ever seen. I'm showing you a video right now of how this actually transforms, and it's mind-blowing stuff. You know, seeing MOCs like this, it makes me wish that LEGO actually built Technic Transformer sets. I reckon that would work really, really well. To be fair, they would probably look almost identical to this MOC. Yeah, I don't know, maybe with the licensing that LEGO has with Hasbro that allows them to make the official Transformer sets that they have made, maybe they can't do stuff with Technic. But hey, if they ever did, I would love to see that. Still, man, this is so impressive. I mean it when I say this is one of the cleanest and coolest transformations I've ever seen on a MOC, ever. Well done, good sir. Minkai Bricks has recreated Starscream using Lego bricks. So this is a very system-heavy design. And man, this builder knows how to use their system bricks. Because look at the shaping on these limbs. All of the sharp and direct angles. It's incredible. The best part though has to be the shaping on this torso. The way that they've captured that fighter jet cockpit look right there, flawless. So well done. They've managed to capture this in such an incredible way that it almost doesn't look like Lego anymore. There were even people in the comments on Instagram who were looking at this thinking that it wasn't Lego. So cool. Now sadly this doesn't transform, but hey, when it looks this good, I'm not bothered by that. Wonderful work. WowBlock has a creation that they've called Millennia Speed King. And this one is another one that actually transforms. So, you know, we look at this rad-looking dude chilling with his bike. I like it. Bionicles with bikes, that's a pretty cool aesthetic. And this dude, he looks great. I love the back design specifically. Using that Gunmetal Hero Factory torso piece way up the top there, it mimics the real-life shape of someone's back. It's very well done. I also like these trans blue highlights on the arms and the legs. There's a lot to love here. But this bike, it can split apart and then it attaches onto the legs and gives him this cool, like, enhancement. How sick is that? And look at these shots of them running around. With these upgraded legs, you get the sense that this dude would be able to move with real enhanced speed and maneuverability. Man, this is such a good idea. Now look, this isn't your typical Transformer, but I think it's a good reminder to think outside of the box. Your entire creation doesn't need to transform. But maybe their weapons, accessories, or vehicles, they can transform. They could become some kind of like cool enhancement that they can add onto their body. The idea of upgrades like that, that's the coolest thing. Maybe you could do something like this next time you build a MOC. And finally, this is Destral, leader of the Makuta Justice Management. And this was built by Patron. Now, Transformer fans will know that this character took some pretty heavy inspiration from Tarn. Here is the creation side by side with the toy for Tarn. And look dude, Transformers are pretty much always going to be very well designed characters. So why not let that be your inspiration next time you make something? You could build a Bionicle character that's existing within the Bionicle universe, but takes pretty heavy inspiration from a Transformer. Or maybe you could be a bit more subtle with it. You could copy the color scheme of a Transformer that you like. You could maybe steal some of their interesting weapons, or maybe you really like the leg design on a Transformer, you could take that. Transformers are an incredible source of inspiration. Now, back to the MOC. Lovely choice to use a purple Krana for the face. Tarn's face in the comics is literally just the Decepticon logo, as you can see here. And you know what? That Krana looks rather similar to his face. It's kind of the perfect way of translating that. And also, old dark grey, old purple, and gold. That's an incredible color scheme. It's great to see some older colors as well as some older pieces being used here. It gives this MOC a very retro feel. I mean heck, when you're using some of those old cannon pieces in purple for a little arm turret, your MOC certainly has some old vibes going on. There you have it guys, that's a bunch of Transformer MOCs on this episode of the Bionicle Inspiration series. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to take a look at the links in the description below. You can see more from those builders right there. Thanks for watching, happy building, and bye for now.